I'm Bill Heran, author of The Missing Piece, which is a book about the restless mind and our need to be in more of a state of inner peace. Today is February 4th, and the topic for today is Need to Be Right. The quote is from Albert Camus, French philosopher, and here is the quote: "The need to be right is the sign of a vulgar mind." How about that? Being right is different than the need to be right. We've been conditioned since childhood that being wrong feels bad and is often punished by a teacher or a parent. I remember vividly standing in front of an auditorium filled with students and teachers during a spelling bee. The judgment of the audience of my peers and teachers was not only outplayed in my head by the fear of misspelling a word and being wrong. Over the years, we develop a need to avoid being wrong and to be right at all costs. This strident meme has been embedded in our culture and has gone beyond any discussions of politics and religion, although those topics remain fertile ground for absolute rightness, resulting in much dissension and unhappiness. When you need to be right, the ego becomes overinflated and justifiably defensive. We become identified with our own rightness. Whether the topic is abortion, climate change, athletic commentaries, or just the shortest route to a destination, taking the stance of being right often creates unnecessary conflicts and can put you in a mindset of needing to convert the other who is wrong. These conflicts can begin to isolate you from other more reasonable people and developing a reputation of yourself as being arrogant, contrary, argumentative, and even pompous. The need to be right becomes a predictable way you proceed, even when you're not right. The risks of maintaining this stance can clearly outweigh any benefits you may perceive. What can you do to be right sometimes, but not needing to be right all the time? First, it's helpful to admit that this need to be right is out of control and is causing unhappiness and grief within you and in your relationships. Realize where this need comes from, most likely from a young age, and how you were conditioned to think this way. Next, you may consider fully listening to the other and fr- understand their position from their perspective, not only yours. See your need to be right as a restless mind feature, acting to protect your ego from attack and destruction. See this need to be right as a manifestation of the insecurity inside you, and understanding the rightness is not helping long-term self-worth. Finally, allow your hypercritical mind to relax and imagine playing out the scenario of you needing to be right in a situation with ensuing arguments, then asking yourself, is this worth it? Today, let's be increasingly aware of our need to be right. Thank you for joining me today for this reading, and I look forward to you in joining me in future readings. Have a great day.